Either the parts of a phage or a couple of long swords, but does something different. Seeing the junglers meet on the red side here. So just walking over.
Gonna be the Sonic Wave into the Resonating Strike. Yellow card down on the ground. He's gonna cleanse that one off. Stun comes through. Songwon, one more hit will do it. Haru picking up the first blood.
I think he was spotted as top lane.
Yeah, it's gonna be the depth charge coming out straight into the dredge line, but Linderong's gonna flash away. Flash forward by QB to get the root down as Haru arrives. Kicks him in, gets the Sonic Wave, goes into the Resonating Strike, and gets rid of Linderong. A second kill on the board for the Lee Sin. 1,500 gold up. Flash forward in the bottom lane though. Nethergrass comes through straight into the Ash Arrows core. JJ will get locked up. Gold card comes down onto him, but the Wild Growth is doing enough to keep him alive, at least for the moment. But with the Malefic Visions and the firing coming out from the Ash, they're able to take him down. They get 2 kills.
Every time you kick there in that direction is because you want to ult at the same time and just have damage into execution. Not to come through as we're seeing a replay of the dive. Well orchestrated. When you have Twisted Fate, it's not about the tank teleporting in. They have a Fiora top lane. So there's brute force it even before Kha'Zix's in position. Because for once,
core JJ, they don't have any summoner spells. Hawkshot coming through. Mickey getting ready to collapse. With on the sidelines. Ashero comes down, finds Ruler. TP being completed now by Cube, but will he arrive in time? Red line's forward, just trying to get himself out of dodge, but it just does not matter. There's so much damage available from the ROX Tigers over them. As long as they can kill before the wave gives out, which they should be able to do. Haru coming in, gets a flash kick in onto Mickey. He's knocked into ground as the Wild Growth comes through. Ash Arrow onto Haru to try to trade one back. One more hit would do it, but they just can't find it as Songyun gets stunned up. The heal comes through, keeping him alive, but barely keyed. Well down in the river here, actually gets clipped by the orb, but he can follow up for the kill. True shot from Barrage though, that can do it. Sniped from the bottom lane. Ruler comes up with the kill now. The TP's coming in. Songyun gets kicked by Haru, gets taken out with the Resonating Strike. Juve just in range for that depth charge. Will pop up the Kha'Zix, lands the dredge line. They'll take him out for good measure. 3 kills.
Oh, Mickey.
Oh, well, Orb connects. He might pay for this one with his life. Gets stunned up, flashes over the wall. Juve nearby. Destiny has popped. Mickey just trying to get out of here as best as he can. Crown is hot on his heels. W's not going to connect. Now they're just going to go ahead, turn in onto this Fiora. Wild Growth coming through. Unleash power. Takes Mickey out. Just stepped way too close. Crown going to flash away off the backside of the Nethergrass. And Linderong is actually turning this one around for his team. Is very low on mana, but now Haru and Ruler are both arriving. Dredgeline connects in onto Keep with the passive. Stops him from getting pulled back in, but it won't stop him from going. That was classic Mickey.
He was fishing for an ultimate, but didn't know that he was on a ward. Tried to disengage. Very nice from downtown, doing his best bang/faker impression was Ruler. Sniping down Key, but Key would have died one way or the other. Really nice teleport spot for QV to come in, well called. QV's teleports, you know, for a season where he hasn't been killing people on Kennen like he was towards the end of last year and at Worlds. He needs to hit the teleports, and that has been what QV has been reliably able to do. And also outside of QV, and now QV's group. So this is Samsung saying, we will make a Baron play and force the teleport, because we know otherwise we'll lose an inhibitor.
Ward in the back of the pit, it's not going to be spotted, it's not going to be denied.
How big is the commitment going to be here from ROX?
Hawkshot's coming through, TP now going to be engaged.
Too late?
Fine, Linderong. Baron's going to go down, Haru spites this one out, JJ flashing out of the pit, pops a Wild Growth onto himself, will stay alive at least for the moment. And
watch
it's
Linderong
coming through for Samsung, they take out Key, they take out Songwon, Linderong goes down, can't do a damn thing. Songyu firing away, but gets stunned up by the Scatter the Weak. Big crucial play coming through for ground. They'll be able to finalize this ace as Mickey comes out of the stasis. They take him out, 5 kills.
Fighting 5v5 around a Baron is never what ROX Tigers drafted for. And you look at where the minion waves are and where Linderong is, they would have been able to take an inhibitor, maybe even, at least the inhibitor turret, but definitely the inhibitor. As you watch the replay, if Linderong stays alive, you see Linderong starting to lifesteal, one man going down. If the healing field comes down 3 seconds earlier, there's a chance ROX wins this fight as they couldn't turn on to Songyun and Mickey as fast. End result, though, is going to be a 5-for-2 trade on the side of Samsung and no inhibitor going down. And Aaron Buff can end the game when you have no front line. He ults Mickey or he ults specifically Songyun, and this should be the mid lane turret going down.
More hits.
Big stun.
Yet again, coming through the ground. Second time in a row that he's been able to do that one. Haru going to get locked down. Nethergrass been onto QV. Makes it out of that one. The depth charge comes through, pops up Songy into the back line, and Ruler going to arcade shift forward very aggressively. Another stun coming through from ground, locks him up, and a double kill immediately goes over to Haru. Looking for the triple, will get stunned up by that gold card. The damage just isn't there from the Twisted Fate to hold him off any longer. No one dying on the side of Samsung. I think they're going to go for the win right here.
This game all hinged on one decision. Credit to ROX, kept themselves competitive till 25 minutes, but We'll never know if taking the inhibitor or fighting around Baron was the right call. In the end, Samsung will take game 1 as Cube dies. Why not?
Well, yeah, just taking a little trip into the fountain. The dredge line connecting onto the wall, definitely not what he had planned, but Nexus goes down. For him. Starting off with the boost there. Crown gonna find Mickey over the wall. Gets a lot of damage out. He's gonna go ahead and pop the ghost. Chase into his face, trying to force out that flash. Mickey goes low. Flash just doesn't make it over the wall, just goes to the side, and Crown comes up with the solo kill.
Close to the dream of what would have been if not for any Korean Exodus.
We got the majority of them back.
Kind of Mickey going for the man trade again.
Out. Crown's gonna get wrapped around on here by Songwon. No way for him to get out. He goes down.
Not really ride a lot of momentum when you change 3 out of 5.
Pressure building up here in the mid, meanwhile in bottom lane. Comes out, Rick goes low. Mickey, in the meantime, also going to go low. One thrown down. Crown's going to come in, but can he find this kill? Guess there's going to be no. Now he's too far forward. We'll pop that.
You can see the replays of Crown. You know, he knew the troll ward was there, went to clear it.
At least he got it.
Yeah, he got the ward, as you say, but someone got the drop. Didn't commit early. But when you see Elite from Kha'Zix, as you can see, even though he had the flash available, there was enough of a window for someone.
In about 4.5 minutes. Here we go. Some action finally going to come out. Stitch going to flash away. Not get locked down by the grasping root. Stranglethorns as well. Not going to find him popped up, but that's going to be the flash forward into the twisted advance to lock down the Ashe. They find the kill eventually. They take him out. They trade one back as they get rid of Linderong. Now Cube arriving. Try to take up in the front. He still takes quite a bit of damage here from Mickey. Goes in with the dredge line. Immediately has to flash away, trying to stay out of range of these threaded volleys.
Flash wasn't able to look aggressive because there were so many members of ROX available. Gonna try and hang back and look for as much wave clear as he can. Want to give up first brick.
Or his rooted. Seismic shoved back in, and Mickey comes up with a kill.
12 minutes and a half or so. For Rite of Ages, just a big engage by the ROX Tigers. Great teleport ward again for Linderong this time. Wraith is squishy, not able to fully channel his ultimate. Get the turnaround kill on Songwon. You're like, okay, maybe Samsung can salvage this, but Crown gets no involvement in the fight whatsoever. Mickey flashes away. Crown sticks around, and even though QV and Ambition got out, we know that on the backside of this,
into a gold lead. Ambition sitting in the brush up top here looking for Linderong. There's no flash available on this Maokai. He's going to pop the Maelstrom, trying to mitigate as much as he can, but Redline pulls him back in. He won't be able to do enough.
ROX desperately want to answer with a turret of their own. No Drake to take. That will be an easier objective. Oh, there's the Weaver's Wall. Crown still has flash.
Thrown down. That's going to be the curtain call coming through. Opens up, helps find one kill as they take out Stitch. Oh. Then he's low. Mickey almost goes down. Good game sensor from Crown, but now not enough to keep him alive. Maybe here. We see the twisted advance coming through from Linderong, locking him down. Seismic shove to follow up, and Mickey finds the kill. Now chunking out Wraith. Threaded volley coming through. Linderong just waiting for the cooldowns, but actually doesn't even matter. Basically a solo kill. Might not have it here for the fight. Yeah, will not have this.
He's going to look for the steal over the wall.
Wraith throws out. Locks down Songyin for a little bit, but that's about it. Cube taking up in the front line, still relatively squishy towards this Talia, and you can see that lockdown comes through onto Songyin, gets popped with the final spark. Find themselves in a lead. Mount Drake won't be contributing too much to them. Mission finding Mickey, slows him up with the Void Spikes, flashes to the other side of the threaded volley, so he doesn't eat the damage. Nicely done.
Solo queue today. Just going to see some more Lux supports than you normally would. As we see a replay of the solo kill. Flashing yourself into isolation is what almost always happens when you get dropped on by a Kha'Zix, and happened once again there.
Root comes through, another one to follow up. Stranglethorns, they really want to kill Raid.
Samsung walking in, they require a Realm Warp.
They could cut this off, so they might just be able to take out this turret. They're going to commit in hard to this one. Finding, not going to find anything. Weaver's Wall thrown out, but Crown and Wraith can still walk around that. Ambition. Cube poking in from the backside. Depth Charge comes out. He's going to go low already. The Exhaust comes down onto the Kha'Zix. Trying to chase in, flashes over into the Raptor Pit, comes up with a kill. Wraith getting kicked to the side, but still is alive, has the barrier to keep him up. And Songyin is just getting picked off on the backside by Ambition, who comes up with a double kill. Will be a triple as he goes over the wall, finds Songwon, and Linderong is going to be made into mincemeat here by Samsung. 5 for 1. And they're going to go ahead and attack a Baron on the back.
There to stop it, Samsung. And this is probably the separation to cap off a 2-0 victory.
That was a close one there we're used to seeing, but we'll get a replay of this one. So Mickey kind of botching that Weaver's Wall very slightly.
Honestly, the Weaver's wall was fine. It was just that Cuvée had backline access in a way that you wouldn't have expected, and Ambition could do the Kha'Zix thing. They able to skulk around the backline. It doesn't need to be involved in the fight as Cuvée gives up his whole health bar to focus fire. No exit route. And Ambition, as strong as he was, and he needed to be so selective because remember, doesn't have the evolved wings to...
He's able to offer up. The credit quality will not be clearing out that front line of minions anymore. Back in mid, Cuvée getting locked down underneath the turret. You can see negligible damage here as the Ash Arrow comes out, locks up Key. Wraith throws out the final spark. Won't too much damage yet. Zyra will have to back off. Cuvée by himself should get popped. Has a shield up from the W, but multiple members jumping onto him. He will eventually fall away instead.
Brown's showing himself top.
He's really far forward. Does have a Realm Wolf to try to get him out of here because the collapse is coming through from pretty much every member of the ROX Tigers. Linderon going in, gets the root down to start things off. TP's coming to Cuvée, but he's still very far away. Crown flashes to the side, trying to get out of here, gets the shield in from the passive, but will fall. And now Samsung be a very crucial loss here on Crown, just 50 seconds away from that Baron spawning.
It felt like Crown was disconnected from his team. We already talked about one disconnect before. Big TP.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall coming through. Mickey just trying to close the distance here. Get on top of Samsung. Linderon comes in. He's all on his lonesome for the moment. Throws up the Maelstrom, still taking plenty of damage, however. As Songwon goes in off that resonating strike, has to safeguard back to keep, try to keep himself alive. Thorns popping up multiple members of Samsung as the curtain call comes through. Songyun firing off from a distance, looking for Wraith, finds the last shot, but not going to do enough. Looking forward. Finds the red line in on the Songwon. And safeguard away immediately. Seismic shove comes through, keeping Cuvée right in the front line. Redemption tossed out by BEAUZ. Final Spark not going to find much damage. Cuvée will have the Guardian Angel pop. Stitch flashing away, keeps himself safe from that Dragon's Rage kick. It's now suddenly they're going to be trading this one back. Cuvée has not lost the Guardian Angel yet. They take out Linderong, 2 members dead, one of them the Smiter. Samsung, they have just found their window for Baron.
Yeah, ROX thought they had the go button. They didn't know that Kha'Zix wasn't grouped yet, but they couldn't get the pick. Now they're turning onto Baron, but with the curtain call, Baron's low.
And Cuvée trying to body block up in the front lines. Fourth final shot comes through. He finds the dredge line in onto Mickey, locks him down and takes him out. Ambition finding the kill. They follow up swiftly with one onto Key, a double kill. Run for these guys. See if they can carry that through into the playoffs. Keep running and maybe find themselves in that grand final in just a couple weeks' time. ROX going to try to buy some time as they get rid of Wraith. The Nexus is exposed. Stitch still full HP. They'll fire away, take out Linderong. They'll take out the Nexus. And the 2-0 is completed. GG.